Suraj, it's great meeting you and talking to you today. If you could tell me a little bit more about Inpensa, the idea behind it, and what it is both that you do as well as the problem that you feel that Inpensa is solving.
Sure. So Inpensa is a software as a service technology company, and we're focused on helping organizations manage their strategic portfolio investments. So we have solutions like Plan IQ that's focused on helping organizations prioritize their investments and allocate their investments from a planning and budgeting standpoint. We also have a business case management solution which helps organizations make decisions around investments, so ROI capability, scenario analysis, and really as you go through rationalizing your investments, we have the solutions and provide the KPIs and metrics to help you make that decision faster. Mm-hmm. And then finally, we have a solution called Track IQ, and Track IQ is focused on tracking not only your project financials, but also the benefits and value that's derived from those investments, which is why we coined the space Enterprise Business Value Management.
There's a lot of solutions in this space that purport to do a lot of the same things. What makes your approach unique or more beneficial at this point to firms?
Well, our approach is based on hands-on practical experience. So we build the solution around the way companies actually solve the problems. Mm-hmm. And we take a lot of the pain out of the process. So a lot of this is done today on Excel spreadsheets, a lot of resources, managing Excel spreadsheets across the organization, limited visibility into the aggregation of the data. Yeah. And so we built the solution around best practice process. So it maps back to how organizations actually work, as opposed to the way they theoretically should work. Mm-hmm. And so our solution is unique in that not only is it innovative and very scalable from a configuration standpoint, but also it maps back to how organizations work. And the adoption curve for our solution is much lower than that of other solutions.
Would you say that that's one of the more powerful aspects of your solution is the ability to pull data from various sources and integrate it in a single place?
It's one of, so there are two things that I would call as a key attribute to this solution. Actually three. One is we have a highly configurable solution versus customizable. Mm-hmm. So even at the customer level, the customer can configure the solution to meet their specific needs without having a lot of developers that you find with a lot of other enterprise solution. Yeah. The other point is we are a source system. So the solution, there's data creation within the solution. So with Plan IQ and Case IQ, which is our planning and business case management tool, there's very little dependency on other data. So that our solution becomes a source system for all of your strategic portfolio planning as well as your business cases. From a Track IQ standpoint, there are other dependencies with general ledger data, et cetera. And this is where that strength from a reporting standpoint comes in, because we already have access to these data sets as well as the data sets that's being created within the solution. And therefore, we can create KPIs and metrics to help executives make decisions faster.
Tell me a little bit about how you were introduced to Sandhill, why you decided to work with Sandhill.
Sure. So I've worked with Andy Brown at Merrill Lynch, and through my experience working with Andy, we've built a very solid relationship, and working with him for a couple of years that I have, it really gave me an impression that he is very good at what he does, and he's become a trusted advisor to our company. So when we had the opportunity to work with Sandhill, with Andy and Josh, I thought it was very exciting because the value that Andy brings to the table, Andy and Josh from a company standpoint, has been tremendous for us. So we chose him to be our advisor for many reasons. One, knowing Andy and the fact that he's results and action oriented, and that's really what the Sandhill East brings to the table. And also, what we use Sandhill East for are three core things. We use Sandhill East for customer introductions, sound business advice. They're very well connected in the industry across both Silicon Valley and the East Coast, and also as our for raising capital as well. So across all three of those things, I think they're extremely capable. It's helped us be successful with raising capital, customer introductions, and just providing ongoing advice. And really, they're a phone call away. So it's really, for me, a great partnership, and it's been a successful relationship thus far.